everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 31st of December 2021. Starting with very first question. INS Kesari has recently delivered food aid and defense aid to which country? So recently INS Kesari has reached the port of Maputo, which lies in Mozambique, to deliver 500 tons of food aid under Mission Sagar. Sagar stands for Security and Growth for All in the region. So INS Kesari is also carrying 2 fast interceptor craft and self-defense equipment to be handed over to the armed forces of Mozambique. And earlier INS Kesari delivered humanitarian help as well as medical assistance to the Maldives, Mauritius, Seychelles, Madagascar and Comoros. Okay. Now apart from it, Indian Navy has recently commissioned and inducted INS Vela, which is India's 4th stealth Scorpene class submarine built under Project 75. Can you tell me which are the 3 other Scorpene class submarines that were earlier built and inducted into the Navy? Please write in the comments. Then DAC, that is Defense Acquisition Council, has granted permission for the mass production of AK-203 rifles, and the council has also approved an independent satellite for the Indian Air Force. So DAC granted approval for manufacturing of nearly 7.5 lakh AK-203 rifles for Indian Army under Make in India initiative, and the manufacturing of these rifles will be undertaken in Amethi, Uttar Pradesh, jointly by Indo-Russia Rifles Private Limited. Okay. Now apart from it, the ASEM 2021 was conducted recently in virtual mode where the host was Cambodia. And what does it stand for? Asia-Europe Meeting. It is a kind of intergovernmental forum that was founded in the year 1996, which basically act as a platform for countries in Asia and Europe to exchange views and enhance cooperation among the countries, and presently it has 53 members. Okay. Question number 2. P.N. Panikkar, whose statue was recently unveiled by the President, was associated with which movement? So President of India, Ramnath Kovind, unveiled the statue of P.N. Panikkar at Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Actually, he started the Granth Shala Sangam in the year 1945 to promote literacy movement and libraries in the state. Also, he was famous for the message of Vaichu Valaruka, which means read and grow. So basically, he made the literacy movement into a popular socio-culture movement. Okay. Now apart from it, the former Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora has been invited to join the Board of Advisors at the International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance. And this institute is also known as International IDEA, and it has a mission to support sustainable democracy. Now earlier we have seen that left arm spinner Ijaz Patel became only the 3rd bowler in the 14-year-old history of Test cricket to take all the 10 wickets in an inning. Which country he belonged to? He is from New Zealand. Now also do remember that Tamil Nadu has defeated Karnataka to win Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Also, India has recently won 7 medals at 2021 Asian Archery Championship. Do remember that Mahila Jayawardene, Shaul Palak and Janet Britton have recently been introduced into ICC Hall of Fame. Now you have to tell me who has recently won Lifetime Achievement Award. Please write your answers in the comment section. Question number 3. What is the name of the disintegrated neutron star with the most intense magnetic field? So when the giant stars collapse, they form neutron stars, and some of these neutron stars form a type of small group with the most intense magnetic field, and this is known as magnetars. So astronomers have recently studied a flash which occurred on 15th of April 2020 and lasted only around 1/10 of a second, and as per the study, the energy that was released is equivalent to the energy that our sun radiates in nearly 1 lakh years. Okay. Now apart from it, a team of astronomers has recently discovered the largest group of rogue planets. What is rogue planet? It actually does not orbit a star. So the team used 20 years of data from several facilities to make this discovery, and they have found the rogue planets in a star forming region located within the Scorpius and Ophiuchus constellations, and the count of the planet is claimed to be between 70 and 170. Okay. Now apart from it, NASA is set to launch a spacecraft to test an experimental method to deflect the nearby Earth objects under DART mission. DART stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test, and the mission is designed to test a kinetic impactor technique to deflect any asteroid or comet that might impact our Earth. And yes, also to remember that NASA's Earth observing satellite named as Landsat 9 was recently launched, and this is a joint mission between NASA and US Geological Survey. So this satellite has recently collected its first light images of Earth, and these images would help to understand the climate crisis and respond to the natural disasters. Okay. Question number 4. Which Union Ministry launched the Star Rating Protocol of Garbage Free Cities Toolkit 2022? So Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has launched this particular thing. Actually on 1st of October 2021, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0 to create garbage-free cities basically. And the aim of the program is to make every urban local body at least 3-star garbage-free as per the Star Rating Protocol. Okay. Now apart from it, National Book Trust is the implementing agency of Pradhan Mantri Yuva Mentorship Scheme, and recently it has announced the results of All India contest organized on the theme National Movement of India under the Pradhan Mantri Yuva scheme. So as per the scheme, 75 authors were selected for a scholarship cum mentorship program for the young authors who are below the age of 30 years. And the scheme ensures to create a pool of authors of below the age of 30 years to project Indian culture and literature globally. Okay. Now apart from it, the European Union has launched legal action against Poland. Why? For ignoring the Union's law and undermining judicial independence. However, Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki said that European Union's decision reflected bureaucratic centralism, and Poland has been targeted for breaching the European Union law and for deciding that certain articles of EU treaties were incompatible with Polish laws. Okay. So you can be asked that European Union has launched legal action against which country for ignoring its law? It is Poland. Question number 5. Which country has recently launched the Zircon hypersonic missile system? So recently the defense forces of Russia have successfully test launched the missile system that can strike both naval and the ground targets. So this launch was undertaken amidst the continuing tensions on the Ukraine border basically. And repeated warnings from the US is being given that Russia has placed over 1 lakh troops on the Ukrainian border. Now apart from it, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin recently held 21st India-Russia Annual Summit to discuss the global and the regional issues, and the visit of Russian President is a reflection of the country's commitment to its ties with India. Now Russia was also in news because it is delivering its second stealth fighter jet after the twin-engine Su-57 Phelan. And this is Su-75 Checkmate, also known as LTC, means Light Tactical Aircraft, and it will take its first flight in the year 2023. Now, apart from it, our Defense Minister Rajnath Singh laid the foundation of BrahMos Aerospace Cruise Missile Manufacturing Unit in Lucknow, and BrahMos is a joint venture between Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, and NPOM of Russia to develop next generation supersonic missiles for the Indian forces, and the name was derived from Brahmaputra and Moscow rivers of India and Russia respectively. Okay. Question number 6. Which state topped the Good Governance Index of 2021? So, Union Minister of Home Affairs Amit Shah launched the Good Governance Index 2021 on the occasion of Good Governance Day, which is celebrated on 25th of December every year. And Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances has prepared this index, which has been topped by Gujarat. So do remember that this framework covers nearly 10 sectors and 58 indicators. Fine. Now, apart from it, as per a latest report by the McKinsey & Company, China has overtaken the USA to become the richest nation in the world, and the report stated that the global wealth had tripled over the last 2 decades, and China has accounted for almost 1/3 of the staggering rise in the global wealth. And let's revise some of the indices. For example, the Global Hunger Index is a comprehensive measure and track of hunger across the globe, and in this particular ranking, India has been ranked at the 101st position for the year 2021. Last year, this rank was 94. Also, India is ranked at 71st among 113 countries in the Global Food Security Index 2021, and it considers total of 58 unique food security indicators, including income and economic inequality, and various countries shared the top rank. For example, Ireland, Australia, UK, Finland, Switzerland, Netherlands, Canada, Japan, France, and USA. Okay. Also do remember that Padma Awards has recently been conferred on 119 recipients, and the list comprises of total 7 Padma Vibhushan, 10 Padma Bhushan, and 102 Padma Shri awardees. Do remember that former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has won the Padma Vibhushan 2020 under the Public Affairs category. Okay. Question number 7. Which state launched Meendum Manjappai scheme to promote use of cloth bags? So, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has launched this particular scheme to promote the use of cloth bags by the public and discourage the use of plastic bags. So, the state has disconnected electricity from 130 factories so far due to the violations of the single-use plastic ban, and yellow-colored cloth bags were extensively used in the state during auspicious occasions. So, that's why state has to take this step. And talking about Tamil Nadu, recently it has been awarded as the best state for promoting empowerment of persons with disabilities by the Government of India. So this award is given every year on 3rd of December, which is marked as the International Day for Disabled Persons by the Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Now, apart from it, Forbes has recently released the ranking of 100 most powerful women of the world, in which first position was occupied by Mackenzie Scott, who is the former wife of Jeff Bezos. Second position was occupied by Vice President of USA, Kamala Harris, and third was Head of European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde. Do remember that India's Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, has been ranked at 37th position in this ranking. Also do remember that British Airways will become the first airline to use sustainable aviation fuel produced on a commercial scale in the UK after signing the agreement with Phillips 66 Limited. Okay. Question number 8. Which Indian state stands first in the implementation of the Shyam Prasad Mukherjee Rurban Mission? So Telangana stood first in this particular mission, and the scheme was launched 4 years ago to promote local economic development, and also to enhance basic services and create well-planned clusters. Do remember that Sangareddy and Kamareddy districts claimed the first two positions among the 300 clusters across the country where the program is being implemented. Now, apart from it, the National Stock Exchange has launched a new corporate governance initiative named as NSE Prime. So it is a kind of framework that prescribes higher standards of corporate governance for the listed companies. And all the NSE listed companies can adopt NSE Prime by voluntary means, and the initiative enables the investors to identify the companies that have voluntarily signed up for better standards of corporate governance. Now, apart from it, during the Second World War, the British built Trincomalee oil tank farms adjacent to the Trincomalee port in the Sri Lanka to serve as a refueling station. So Sri Lanka will deal with India to jointly develop these oil tank farms, and the negotiations are underway for over 16 months. Actually, 35 years ago, a proposal was sought regarding the project in the Indo-Sri Lanka Accord, and the facility has 99 storage tanks with a capacity of nearly 12,000 kiloliters each. Okay. Question number 9. Moyuka Uchijima, who recently won the women's ITF singles title, is from which country? So she won her maiden $25,000 women's ITF singles title recently, and she defeated Diana of Latvia in the singles final of 20th edition of NECC Deccan ITF Championships. So she is from Japan. Also to remember that another Japanese pair, Funa Kozaki and Misaki Matsuda, won the second place in the doubles title. Okay. Now Japan was also in news because recently it has launched an advanced commercial communication satellite named as Inmarsat 6F1 aboard H-2A rocket. So this is a kind of bulky satellite. Nearly its weight is 5,470 kilograms, and it is one of the largest and most sophisticated commercial communication satellites ever launched. Then recently Japanese cabinet has approved a record high defense budget of 5.4 trillion yen, which is nearly equal to $47.2 billion for the next financial year, which is more than a ceiling of 1% of its GDP. Okay. Now coming to last question, a committee has been set up to look into the withdrawal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act of 1958 from which state? So Union government has set up a high-level committee chaired by secretary level officer to examine the AFSPA Act of 1958 from the state Nagaland. So this committee will submit its report within 45 days, and 14 civilians were killed by security forces in firing incidents in Mon district earlier. Okay. Now also Nagaland was in news because recently the state government of Nagaland has announced the creation of 3 new districts in the state, and now with this the number of districts has risen to 15. Now apart from it, physicists from the National Superconducting Cyclotron Laboratory at Michigan have created a new magnesium isotope named as magnesium-18, and this isotope is too unstable to be found in nature. So they used the stable isotope of magnesium, magnesium-24, to make a collision and create this new isotope, and it has a lifetime of approximately 60th of a second. So you can be asked that what is the name of the new magnesium isotope that has been newly created? It is magnesium-18. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuzad Sana signing off.